Okay, so we want to reference a few cells, some range, and even if we insert rows, columns, or anything, we want to reference the same exact range. We basically want to stop named range from moving. And why is that? Maybe we are doing something where we insert the latest results at the top, and then we want to reference the latest results somewhere else. So for example, here we have sales on sheet 1, and we want to have a table here that says, here's the latest 2 months. So these are going to come in reverse chronological order, and we're going to insert a row above, and we're going to put October, and we're going to put 66 sales. And in the table over here, we want to get the top two, the last 2 months. Now, you might look at this and say, okay, let's just create a named range here. Let's call this last 2. And then we can go over here and do last 2. And we need to wrap array formula around there. But what's going to happen is we're going to insert a row here. And it looks like, oh, well, nothing changed. You did insert a row. But actually, let's move this back up here. But actually what happened is we changed our named range down 1 row. And this shows up much easier if you show it on another tab, which I'll show you in a moment how to do that. But let's fix this. This named range is not going to stay. Even if we go to data named ranges, we go and edit our sheet, even if we try to do the $ trick, which is like, hey, don't change this. This is what I want to do. This won't work either. So we did 2, 3, done. And now we put in November 5. This will still move. So how do we reference in this table these 2 cells, or these 2 columns and rows, without changing? We're going to need to use indirect. So instead of array formula and a named range, we do equals indirect. And in quotes, we're going to have to reference the cell range. So we do A2 colon B3. We have an extra parentheses there. Don't do that. There we go. So now this is November and October. Now if I insert another row up here and do December, this range, not named range, but indirect, did not change. And this shows up way easier on another sheet. So we'll use this. Let's say this is sales, and we want to create a dashboard here. And this dashboard is going to be exactly this. So we're going to say last 2 months. Let's merge these together, and we want the month, and we want the sales. So we're going to do equals indirect, and we need 2 quotes and the end parentheses. And inside here, we'll do sales, exactly the same name as the tab we're looking for, exclamation point, and then A2 colon B3. We'll hit enter. And we have it right here. Let's change all this formatting to be the same. Now let's go back to our sales and add another couple of months. Let's insert 1, we'll back to January, and back to terrible sales. And there on our dashboard, we have exactly what we wanted, the last 2 months. Our range didn't change. In fact, you go see inside here, indirect, A2, B3. This did not change. Isn't that cool? So we can set our range, and no matter what, even if we end up with a new column here, look at that. That actually does mess up our idea here, but it didn't mess up our indirect range. Our range has stayed the same of what we're referencing. Very, very cool, right? Very, very powerful stuff. Sometimes this will mess you up in some situations, but sometimes this is exactly what you need. You're watching Better Sheets here on YouTube. Make sure you check out this video or this video and subscribe right now to get more tips, tricks, how-tos, get more out of your Google Sheets than you ever have before. I'm excited to be making a ton more videos here. Ask me questions down in the comments and I will answer them in future videos. But for right now, right here, one of these videos is going to be your next Google Sheet.